Hey everyone, and welcome back to the FM Talent Blueprint. This one is special. This is the last episode of the year, and I want to keep it kind of light, not heavy or overwhelming. If 2025 has taught me anything, it's your influence matters more than your title, your degree, or how loud you are in the room. So as we step into 2026, I want you to know your influence is your superpower, and you've had it the whole time. Influence isn't popularity. So think about this. Who felt calmer, safer, better simply because you were in the room this year? Influence isn't about followers or the latest TikTok trends. It's about impact. And today we're talking about the quiet kind of impact. The coworker who asks, "Are you good?" The manager who sees and applauds your effort regardless of whether or not you got the win. The person who says, "I'll help you, I'll step in," not because they're looking for credit or recognition, but simply because they want to help. This is influence. Influence is stability, it's presence, it's emotional intelligence in motion. And I will share with you, 2025, guys, it was both hard personally and professionally. There were moments when I felt like everything was out of my control. And I guess it really was. But here's what I learned. Leadership isn't about being in control of everything or every outcome. Leadership is consistency when everything else feels uncertain. And I had to lean into my faith significantly. I had to remind myself that when life gets loud, I still have to show up for my team, for my family, and for my friends. So, what's a time for you when you showed up for others despite being in your own personal storm? That's influence and that's impact. Now, there are 3 types of influence that I'm going to share with you all today. And again, you don't need to be loud or have a corner office to have influence. I'm asking you to just kind of think about the type of leader that you already are based on these 3 types of influence that I'm going to share. Visionary leadership or visionary influence. These are the ones that are like, let's go, let's push forward. They're trying to get to the destination and they're really moving their team and others along with them. The second type are the stabilizers. These are the ones that bring calm and steadiness, even when others are in absolute panic. And then the third type are the bridge builders. These are the ones that want to understand each other, understand everything that's going on, and then they're able to connect the dots, connect talent to purpose. And so which one are you by default? Like, what's your natural proclivity? And then I want you to decide which one you need to kind of work on, and that will be beneficial to you in the space that you play. And then I want you to practice one of those behaviors for the next 7 days. So this is what that looks like. If you want to work on being a visionary leader or having visionary impact, When you're in a meeting, I want you to clarify outcomes. Make sure that the desired outcome is clear and vivid for others that are in the room. If being a stabilizer is the behavior that you want to practice, then when you're in a meeting, it's going to be important for you to slow the room, lower the temperature so that good thinking can happen. And then maybe for the bridge builder attribute, think about how you can translate perspectives, turning finance speak or ops speak or IT speak into some kind of shared language tied to the mission. As I said before, influence isn't about being louder or changing who you are. It's about showing up with intention. And these are ways that you can expand your influence without even trying to be somebody that you're not. Leading with clarity is really important because when people feel lost, they look for someone who can help to make things simple. Clarity means stripping away the noise and naming what matters most. So instead of this 10-paragraph email or, having these conversations full of jargon, try this. Say, here's what we know, here's what we don't know, and these are the options. That sentence does three things, three very powerful things. It calms confusion, it sets direction, and it invites collaboration. Clarity is a magnet, and people follow it because it feels safe and it's decisive. So the next time you're in a meeting, pause and say, all right, let's simplify this. We know X, we don't know Y, here are our options. And I guarantee you will see the energy shifting in the room. The second is leading with emotional intelligence. Influence isn't fixing everybody's problems. It's literally making space for people to feel seen. Emotional intelligence starts with curiosity, not control. So try asking questions like, what do you need? What would help you? How can I support? These are all questions that tell people that they matter. And being seen beats being managed, and it definitely beats being manipulated. So before your next meeting, write down this one question. What's been most challenging for you lately? And then I'm going to challenge you again to listen, actually listen without jumping into a solution mode. Finally, I want to talk about gentle confidence. Confidence isn't volume, it's calm conviction. And I'm going to say this to my ladies because I see this in us more. Drop the apology language. No more sorry for ... or saying something like, this might be a stupid question. Instead, just say what needs to be said. I recommend we try this. I've seen this work before. This will help us get where we're going. Gentle confidence says, I believe in this idea, and I also believe in the collective us. So tomorrow, replace one of those maybes with I recommend. It's a very small shift that signals trust in your own judgment. Leadership isn't a title. It's how you carry yourself every single day. So think about this. Every time you enter a room, you're either increasing the energy or you're draining it. That's influence. It starts before anyone hands you a new role or a bigger paycheck. It starts with your presence, the way you show up when no one's watching, the tone you set in a meeting, the calm you bring when things get messy. Picture two people walking into the same room. One arrives distracted, eyes glued on their phone, sighing about deadlines, and the other one walks in, making eye contact, saying, we've got this, being encouraging and fully listening. Which one is shifting the room positively? Which one feels like a leader even without the title? So I ask you, where will you practice leadership before you even get a title change? So maybe it's speaking up instead of staying silent. Maybe it's encouraging someone who's struggling. Maybe it's owning a mistake and showing how you'll fix it. These are all leadership moments that are available to you right now. I tell you, titles do not create leaders, choices do. So this week, choose one space where you'll lead without being asked. Influence grows in these quiet, intentional moments. You are not behind your becoming. You're not just a role. You're a carrier of influence. And in 2026, the world needs more leaders who guide without ego, steady without chaos, and care without fear. Your influence, that's your superpower. Now, I've got 2 simple next steps for you. The first one is, we talked about this, your influence grows through micro habits. So pick one habit from today's episode and practice it for the next 7 days. Just one small shift can change everything. And then the second is share your favorite takeaway from this episode on either LinkedIn or Instagram and tag me. Let's spread the conversation. And if you haven't done this yet, hit the follow button so you'll never miss an episode. And until next time, stay grounded, stay hopeful, and keep leading forward.